listeners. You are listening to the Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. Another awesome episode on Talk Show tagged My Health, Your Health. I'm Sanusi Rebecca Titilayo, and I'm really excited to be here once again. Trust me, every weekend on Talk Show, it's always a blast. Every weekend for me is always something I look forward to. It's my passion. It's your passion. So whatever you have passion for, you always look forward to it. And comes from doing what you love doing compared to when you are doing something you don't actually like. Okay, so this morning I'm so excited to be live on the show personally, and I'm also excited to have you on my show this morning. If you're with me on the show, you're welcome. Excited to be here. I'm so excited to also have you with me on my show this morning. Tagged My Health, Your Health. Every Friday 9 a.m. is the health segment on Talk Show, and every Saturday morning so it's also the health segment. But most of the times, the health segment on Saturday is focused on mental health. That is why I want to see us on our show every Saturday. Thing has to do with our mental health. We always gist about mental health because yesterday last week on that show we were considering mental health. That do you think mental health discussion about mental health awareness is being overrated, underrated, and all? And from a lot of comments from different persons, we were able to see that mental health is actually not underrated, and it's not underrated, and it's not overrated. Okay, we keep talking about mental health, but then we talk about mental health and we take caution, that is, we be careful not to make people afraid of mental health, make them afraid of what doesn't even exist in the first place. We will take caution in that part. Okay, we're gonna take caution in that part. But anyway, so what I'm just saying next is that Friday 9 a.m. and Saturday morning 9 a.m. are the health segments of Talk Show, where we hold medical practitioners, medical personnel on the show. And in cases like this, when I don't have a guest on the show and you're seeing me here, I make research, and apart from that, it's actually a discussion show. Wherever you see me live on my show without any guest, then you should know that that show is actually for discussion sake. That is, we want to go out there to say something, to drop a comment, so to join us on the show, and let's hear their view as regarding what we are having to say. Like I said earlier, this month is a month where we're going to be focusing on nutrition, and we've been doing a whole lot of that since the first week in the month. We've talked about nutrition benefits of honey. We saw a lot of things that honey can solve. We've seen that the next week we discussed nutrition benefits of turmeric, and last week we saw the nutrition plan for obesity, and I had a guest on the show, nutritionist Miracle Owolawi. If you don't have the podcast episode, please go get it. It's actually a sweet and amazing discussion with my guest. So if you live with me on the show, I won't mind if you actually drop your comments on the comments box. I won't actually mind if you drop your comments on the comments box. I won't mind if you say something, if you say good morning to us this morning. I won't actually mind. Okay, so this morning we'll be discussing what you eat, and trust me, this morning I'll be needing responses from my listeners. If you're live with me on the show, don't just listen to what I have to say, don't just listen to my beautiful voice. My voice is actually cute, like cute. I give it to myself. Even if you don't give it to me, I give it to myself. My voice is so cute. Like, there was a day I sang on my show and everybody was like, oh wow, you have an amazing voice. Oh my god, I was just jumping up and down in the studio. Like, I was so excited. Although I know that that's it, but then there's this feeling when someone is actually seeing what you're seeing. Yeah. Okay, so So this morning we are going to be discussing you are what you eat. Do you agree with that statement? You are what you eat. Do you disagree with it? What's your take on? Do you think what we eat actually have do you just think what we actually eat have effect on us? We need to type it as an opinion poll so that if you live you can actually drop your comment. Do you think do you think what we eat affects us in any way at all? Do you think it affects us? What's your take on it? Okay, so this morning we'll be dropping a number on the comments box today, so that we are live. You check that comment box. Okay, so outline. If you are here with me this morning and you want to say hello to me on the show this morning, you want to call in, you want to say good morning, you want to say something nice on the show. Maybe you want to call to greet and to to drop your contribution to the opinion poll, or maybe you want to just call in and just say hello to me, to greet me, to appreciate me on the show this morning, that maybe I'm doing well, which I would actually love to take this morning. Okay, so if you want to do that this morning, you can actually call in on the number on the morning this morning 081 51688174. I'm going to call the number once again, 08051688174. You can call this number to say hello to me on the show this morning, and you can also call this number to also greet me and to drop your contribution. Do you think what we eat actually affects us? Do you think what we eat have any effect on us at all? Okay, so as I was talking, I saw a comment coming in from Awele. Oh, Awele, I'm so happy to have you. Good morning to you. Glad to have you live on my show this morning. Thank you so much for joining in, and thank you so much for dropping your response on the comments box. Someone is messaging me online this morning. I don't know, maybe this person is messaging me for the show. Hello from Victor. Good morning, Victor. Thank you so much. If you're live with me, please, I really appreciate if you drop your comment on the comments box instead and not on DM. Okay, so I really appreciate it. Okay, so I'll take a short break now, and once I'm back, I'll be taking comments, and I would like to discuss this topic. Does what you eat affect us? You are what you eat. That's the topic. But then I would like my listeners also to drop something as regarding. I'll take a short break now, and once I'm back, I'll be diving in carefully into the topic. Don't go away. Once again, you're welcome.
Welcome, listeners. You are listening to Tea Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program. Welcome, listeners. You are listening to Tea Talk Show. Sit back, Welcome, listeners. You are listening to Tea Talk Show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the program.
Alright, welcome back. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in live on the show this morning. You're live on TikTok Show, and presently we want to discuss on the topic, you are what you eat. And this morning, I would like to start my explanation for making us know that what we eat actually affects us. When we eat, the reason why we eat is we eat for sustenance. We eat so that we can carry out our daily activities, because if we don't eat, we won't get enough strength to be able to carry out our daily activity, and as a result of not eating too, we get stressed out, and you can faint if you fail to eat. Okay, so we eat in order for us to sustain ourselves, to gather strength, in order for us to walk, for us to be active. Okay, that's why we eat. And what we eat actually affects us. It affects a whole lot of things about us. Number one thing, I would like to talk about some major things in which what we eat affects us. What we eat actually affects our weight. our weight is actually our body mass. Okay, our weight. Okay, so what we eat actually determines our weight, although there are many other factors that actually contribute to our weight. We have age, we have what we eat, we have genetics also determine your weight, because there are some places where you come from. Maybe you have parents who are fat and all. As a result of that, there's this higher possibility for such to also have that kind of body structure. Okay, that is genetics. Okay, but then what we eat also determines our weight. Okay, I would also like to discuss how it affects our skin. Okay, most times as ladies, we love hearing things that pertains to our skin, because we love to take care of our skin. Especially people who are light in complexion. You are looking for how well to just maintain your weight, your look. That is, maybe you're light in complexion, you don't want to be dark, you don't want anything to tamper with your body. You don't even want anything to affect you, even your color. I remembered when I was in 100 level in part 1 days. I remembered I had a roommate then that she was so bothered about her face, like early in the morning. And when we were in part 1, we were staying in Mo's. Maybe if you're an OAU student, if you understand, during our own time, the water was so bad. Like the water coming out from the tank, sometimes you want to go and fetch water and you are like, the water is dirty. So all those times, the first 2 weeks, we just had to survive. And this lady, she would just wake up early in the morning with her glasses, and she would be complaining. She'd be like, look at my face, I didn't bring this face when I was coming to OAU. I just came to OAU now. See pimples. She has pimples on a normal, but I don't know, I guess the water actually affected her. There was this reaction of the water on her face. She will wake up in the morning just complaining, oh God, they have spoiled my face, early in the morning, almost every day. For the first 2 weeks, this babe, she's always complaining. This is to show us that we ladies, we are so bothered about our face. Anything that affects us, especially when it has to do with the weight, we are so very much like very, 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 very concerned about our weight. Like our face, sorry, we are so concerned. Okay, so today we'll be looking at how what we eat affects our skin. Okay, as ladies, we want to hear that, and we'll be hearing that on the show this morning. Okay, Elijah, thank you so much, Elijah, for joining in this morning. Thank you so much for also dropping your comments on the comments box morning. Glad to have you here. Okay, so I'll move to the next thing I will also discuss on. Okay, how what we eat determines our physiological growth. It's also important that we understand that. And also how what we eat causes health conditions negatively. I'm going to also discuss that. Okay, so let's start with the weight.